Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. We are here on planet Aya, which is the Angaran homeworld, so I've just been poking around, talking to these Angarans, learning about their culture, doing a bit of business at the marketplace here, and I've been trying to figure out where the rest of my crew is. I heard Vetra's voice. I know Vetra is around here somewhere. Yeah, she would be out here in the trading post, trying to establish trade ties, are we?
Doing okay?
Who knew saving a respected member of Angaran society would open so many doors? I've been talking to some of their traders, seeing if we can work things out.
Of course. Be generous or be cautious. Well, let's just be respectable.
We have to be careful not to trade away too much of what the Nexus needs.
Trust me, I'm running everything by cash.
I'm not selling to aliens.
Ooh, okay. I can respect your decision. You don't have to sell to me if you don't want to. I wonder where Cora is, though. I haven't been able to find Cora yet. Or PB, for that matter. I should probably keep an eye on PB. Ooh, where is this door? The Repository of History. And PB is here at the museum exhibit. Hello, PB. What are you looking at? Remnant exhibit. Of course. Was there any doubt?
Getting acquainted with our new neighbors?
Sort of. All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
You seem a little shaky, like you can't hold your balance down.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, Ryder. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
I didn't realize you were an indentured student. I guess that must be part of the Asari way of life.
It didn't occur to you there'd be indigenous species here? Sentients with a rich history, leading full lives?
I guess.
Even so, the Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Ha!
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Did I do that?
Thank you.
You're right. Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
Okay, good. I need you at peak efficiency.
Be sure you do. You're a handful. Even sober.
You can handle me, Ryder, whenever you want.
Ha!
I think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Alright, well, I'm, for the most part, happy to have you. Just, try not to vomit and cause a diplomatic incident with any of these exhibits. I'd appreciate it. Okay, I still want to try and find Cora. I half expected her to be here.
Welcome to my favorite place in the galaxy.
Hello, Avela.
Pavoa, I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter. Pathfinder, I've been studying the helmet you found, and it's got me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
Ah, so you're probably looking for artifacts, aren't you? Because if you are, I may have already gotten one for you.
For you? Anything.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't like the sound of that. I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed, areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no one could reach them. What I ask is this: if you ever find yourself in an area like that, you keep an eye out for artifacts.
I already found one. Take a look at this.
Yes!
This is unfamiliar to me. It does resemble an Angara, but it looks so strange. It's clearly centuries old. Is it an artistic interpretation, or is this what we really look like? The implications. Pathfinder, you may have discovered our earliest artifact yet.
It would be amazing to just suddenly learn about your evolutionary history. I suppose it could not be Angaran.
Could it be a relic from another culture?
The technique and material matches other Angaran relics, and you found it in one of our worlds. But perhaps the depiction isn't an Angara. It could be a deity of some sort.
I suppose it's a possibility. Maybe we'll learn someday. I'll keep an eye out for artifacts. I am a little surprised that so far we've only been able to find 2 sentient species in this entire galaxy. The Angarans and the Ket. I mean, you can barely consider the Ket to be sentient, but yeah, it's a shame there were, at least 10 to 20 different species in the Milky Way Galaxy that we eventually found, but I guess they just haven't found them yet, or, man, I hope it's not empty. That would be, well, if it is empty, we've just made it a little smaller by crossing the pond, as it were, so happy to appear and help you out. Add a little more diversity to your star systems. Compiled log of Resistance members' messages uploaded at the Angaran Resistance headquarters. For my eyes only. What is this? Messages to the Nexus. Aha! I see. So the Resistance is recruiting for what I assume to be the multiplayer missions outside of this game's... Yeah, the game's multiplayer missions. I see. And I can forward it to the Nexus unedited, or I can edit the content and then forward. Let's see if there's anything I want to edit out. Are you at war with each other? Yeah, this whole part about calling all of our species violent and greedy and selfish, I think we'll edit that out. And then we'll forward the rest of it. Alright, we have collected one of the 4 messages that we needed.
I expect you to take good care of Joel out there.
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshai. That earned his loyalty. Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exaltation.
Yeah, it is pretty terrible.
It must be hard for you, realizing what the Ket soldiers are.
Doesn't change what we have to do. It's war.
You know it.
What do you need?
I guess since I have your ear, why don't you tell me about yourself?
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than Resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
Alright, I apologize for asking.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
I should probably get back to it myself. Arbiter Vragan, I need to talk to you.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a datapad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Okay. Page 1 of 241. Don't commit genocide or other barbaric crimes. That's pretty much the summary there. And that's all 3 of them. I have learned, in a manner of speaking, all of your laws. Good.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
Oh,
How do I decontaminate?
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
okay.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Very reassuring.
If you say so. The infirmary. Maybe Cora is hiding down here. Probably going to be a lot of injured Angarans down here, unfortunately.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
Ion beds? Please tell me more.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Right.
Think it'd work on other species?
Probably not.
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
If Joel takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jal is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
What else can I find down here? Yeah, people trying to heal. Here we are, the Resistance headquarters. How you doing, Cora?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you actually staying focused on the
I
mission.
could join in down there. I could use a workout. Getting lots of stairs. Reminds me of being on Thessia for Asari commando training. We're the aliens.
Yes, and we represent all of humanity. You and me and, I guess, Liam.
For some Angara, we're the only humans they'll ever see. That's huge.
Whatever happens, we'll make a better show than the Ket.
Yes. More like a shooting gallery, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Gotta keep your aim calibrated. I think there was one more thing I wanted to do here, and that is grab a plant for Suvi. Suvi wanted a plant for, I guess, making some kind of snack food. So we'll see if we can find that before we leave. And there is the Tavarv plant. Good for a snack. I will purchase all of this. Thank you. Alright, I think we're done here. We've done pretty much everything. So it's time to go to the vault on Aya and get this planet. Man, if we can make this planet even more viable, that would be amazing. I have no idea what we're going to find down there. Hopefully it doesn't turn this completely viable planet into a non-viable planet. That would be a terrible turn of events. Angaran shuttle, this is what we need.
I haven't brought anyone here in over 20 years. There's always been an active display for Aya, but we could never affect it.
Let's see what we can do. Sam?
Ooh.
Yes, this is new. Is it similar to the vault on Eos? Tell me, what are you seeing?
Yeah, it is pretty similar to the one on Eos.
I think what we need to figure out is what's different. Tell me, what do you see?
The vaults. They're a network, as you discovered. However,
They're not connected to each other, but to this place.
this image was on a relic the Archon showed me. He called it Meridian. And it looks like Aya's vault is the only one that's fully connected to it.
And it's terraforming. Doing what it was meant to do.
The vault on Eos is also present, but changed. Our interfacing with it has affected its connection.
What do you think, Professor?
I think that Meridian is the control center for all the vaults.
Really? That would be pretty amazing.
Thank you. This is unbelievable. If we can get to Meridian, maybe we can turn everything on from there. Make Helios live.
Wait, Ryder. The Archon knows where it is. He's already been there.
What? Where? Meridian?
Of course. That's why he tortured me. He thought I could help him use it.
Because he can't. Meridian is my people's best chance for survival. We have to take it from him.
Agreed. Such power in the hands of such evil could mean the end of your people, and mine.
Don't worry, we'll find his weakness.
The Archon is a menace, and I've had it with being lorded over.
You're going to need that relic I saw. The Resistance might have intel on the whereabouts of Archon's ship. I'll talk to Ephra and secure his full cooperation. Meet me there.
Well, that was a bit of a shorter excursion than I thought I was going to be, but a lot more enlightening as well. Meet Ephra at Resistance HQ. Yes, let's talk to the head honcho again. The head honcho of the Resistance.
I deserve to be told. You had no right to keep it secret from me.
It's an ongoing investigation. I meant no disrespect.
Did Jal know?
Of course not. Neither did the human.
Hello. Pathfinder, actually.
I could have kept Sam to myself, you know.
This is different. Not your business.
It is now. We need to find the Ket command ship. Tell him the truth about my capture.
Moshai, please.
It may be our only route to the Archon.
One of my men helped the Ket take her. A resistance commander named Venterev.
Okay. What is the reason for this?
The Archon wanted her knowledge of remnant tech, but why would Ven betray her?
I don't know. That's why I kept it quiet. I'm working to capture him, make him answer for what he did.
You know where he is?
Kadara Port.
Of
My
course.
contacts are hunting him.
That was my guess.
Contacts? You can't trust anyone there. They deserted our cause, our people.
And now they're ruled by exiles from your galaxy.
Really?
Ven may know how to find the Archon and his ship. We can't leave this to a pack of renegades and outlaws.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely sounds like Kadara is a sketchy, sketchy place.
I'm a little new to the galaxy. Where did Ven go exactly?
Kadara Port is a trading outpost. We abandoned it when the Ket invaded.
Some of us went back. Deserters, scavengers. They don't support Aya.
How did exiles from the Nexus wind up there?
Bad luck for everyone.
Alright, well, I've got a lot of reasons to go to Kadara, so let's go to Kadara.
I need the relic that leads to Meridian, and I can handle my people. Let me do this.
I don't like it.
I don't care. The Pathfinder is right.
I'll transmit my files on Kadara Port to your ship.
Our traitor could have useful information. We need him alive.
That's up to him.
Be safe, Pathfinder. As for you, Ephra, we're not done.
Alright, I will let you two argue it out. And I am going to go to planet Kadara. I kind of guessed that was going to be the 4th planet. I'm not sure. I guess that 5th planet they mentioned is going to be the 5th and final destination. But for now, the 4th planet is Kadara. Go to Kadara Port in the Govorkim system. I see a thing on my radar here. It's Mariko.
When you have a moment, we should... Pathfinder, this is a tremendous honor. I must express my admiration for all you've done. Crossing the void between galaxies, navigating the Scourge to find Aya. Incredible.
The odds were against us, that's for sure.
Yet here we are, strangers from different galaxies conversing in friendship. Extraordinary. I am Mariko Daresh, Chief Phoneron.
It is an honor to meet you.
It's a privilege to meet you. Tell me about yourself.
I'm something of a pathfinder myself. I am a celestial observer, charting the movements of stars, planets, and the Scourge.
An astronomer. You know the safe routes out there?
We deploy satellites that alert us to new hazards and opportunities. But we've lost contact with several key observers. They've simply stopped. I sent a vessel to scan their last known locations, but nothing's been found. Your Tempest is highly advanced. I hoped you could aid our search.
Of course. I love doing all these little mini missions.
Even Pathfinders need a good map. I'll look into it.
Alright. Investigate the first missing satellite nav point. Yeah, some other time. So long, losers. Enjoy your beautiful planet.
Director Tan, good news. The Angara opened an embassy for us on Aya.
That is a surprise. What are their expectations?
Show them respect, please.
They survived the Scourge and the Ket, and rebuilt their civilization. Don't forget it.
Appeal to their pride. Sensible. I will gather envoys and send them to Aya. Thank you, Pathfinder. We'll take it from here.
I have a feeling that Director Tan may very well cause a diplomatic incident because he has no charisma whatsoever. How's Strike Team Juliet doing? Yet another success. Alright, why don't you also go disrupt enemy communications? Ooh, that's a 55% chance of success. You know what? Why do you do that? Take a chance. Throw the dice. See if that works.
Did I hear right? You're going after the Archon's ship?
Looks like it.
Last time we crossed his path, you nearly broke my baby here. Now, tell me you have a better plan of escape this go around.
Yeah. No.
We'll be winging it, as usual.
I'll get my tools. Just stay out of the Scourge, huh?
Yeah, I'll try. Cora, please, tell me you've got news.
That vault on Aya was so gorgeous, so alive.
And Meridian might be the key to the others.
No wonder the Archon wants to control it, like everything in Helios.
Alright. Keep decrypting that information.
Oh, come on, think. Think! I need something.
Who are you talking to?
Ryder, shit! You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that.
I wasn't fully rendered. Knock next time.
I'm just talking to myself. Don't tell me you never do that.
You seem stressed.
No kidding. I'm not built for this kind of homesteading. Don't like people knowing where I am, where my stuff is. Ugh!
Are you okay?
What's your usual solution?
Usually, I cut bait. Scram, strike out on my own. When I felt like this back home, I'd look for a zero-G chamber, or at least an isolation tank. Someplace to just drift away. I could really use that now.
If I may, gravity can be overridden in the escape pod. You can create a zero-G chamber.
Of course! Sam, you're a genius. It's easy. It'll make a huge difference, Ryder. You'll see. You know, there's room for two.
How could I pass up that opportunity?
You're willing to share? I won't cramp your style?
Let's find out.
All right, I'm in.
And this should do it. Close your eyes. Relax. Let yourself go. Oh, this hits the spot. Ryder?
Yeah.
There's something else that would relax me.
What's that?
That's the spirit. Wanna fool around? Doesn't matter if you have something else going on. I can be utterly discreet. Just fun. Two people blowing off steam. No strings attached. Only if there's no strings.
Sounds fun, but I'm gonna have to pass on that.
I don't think so, PB.
That's fine. Say no more.
Let's just enjoy this for what it is.
I hope this is enough.
Hey, don't you know what say no more means? Really, I mean it. No explanation necessary. Just thank you for this.
It's nice and relaxing, I agree. That was quite the little proposition she had there, but I've got my eye on somebody else, sorry. And I don't want to mess that up. Cora seems like a no-fooling around kind of gal.
I found that plant you wanted.
Great. I'll give the recipe a try when I'm off duty. I've already got ideas for how to jazz it up. And I'll keep working on Mr. I don't like movie nights here to come along.
I like them. Just
Callow.
not when Gil is glowering at me.
You and Suvi just can't decide. You just can't agree yet on when the best time to sit is and when the best time to stand is. It just kind of glitches you out. Well, I hope to see you at movie night nonetheless.
I don't believe it. Gil's reconfigured our entire nav array. O'Connell risked a dozen spacewalks putting that in place. Damn it.
Callow, don't.
Take the helm. I've had enough of this.
Oh god, things are coming to a head, all right.
You don't give a damn what my team and I went through to build this ship.
No, I don't. I care about us surviving out here, and if that means redesigning...
You don't have the right.
Knock it off, both of you.
Time to be a little more professional.
Sure. Once he gets off my back about how I work on the Tempest.
You weren't here. We had to get all kinds of new tech working in a single starship. 50-hour shifts, epiphanies, accidents. Humans can forget. Solarians can't. To me, it's all still happening. My team is here. Stripping down the Tempest like some broken radio risks everything they suffered to build. Their legacy.
I definitely stand with Callow.
I can see how you'd feel that way.
Seriously? Look, Callow, your people did a great job, but they're dead.
Wow.
And they couldn't have anticipated half the problems in Helios. Like the Scourge. If we don't adapt, we'll die too. Is that what you want their legacy to be?
Gutting a complex ship out in space isn't adapting. It's irresponsible and disrespectful.
Definitely siding with Callow on this. Sorry, Gil. You can go ahead and make adjustments, but you gotta go through the proper channels.
The Tempest has too many new systems doing new things to just adapt on the fly. If we make changes, let's make them carefully and with respect.
She's your ship. I just hope you know what you're doing.
Ryder, I know it's not... Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, it's over. Let's get back to work.
Gil's not going to be happy about that, but I'm going to put my foot down here. He can't just keep experimenting without letting us know. And I'll try and patch things up with Gil, but I'm sure he's going to be all mad at me.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Oh, no. He just doesn't have anything to say about the matter. That's fine.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Good. It's all water under the bridge as far as he's concerned. Good. Again, I'm not opposed to the idea of Gil making improvements to this ship. He just needs to pass them by me so I can approve them first.
A foolish thing to get angry over, isn't it? Perhaps you had to be there when the Tempest was made. In a way, I'm always there. I see my team's faces as clearly as yours. What's the saying? People aren't dead while someone still remembers them?
I would say you can't live in the past, but apparently you are forced to.
If they still comfort and inspire you, are the people you love really dead?
It would be very hard to be the last. Though the Tempest will outlast us all. Did you need anything else?
Yeah, here's hoping it outlasts us all.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
God forbid we get ripped apart in space. It's time to go to Kadara Port, but before we do that, Callow made the suggestion that we stop by planet Eos, because it's a lot more viable now, and a lot more places have opened up. And sure, let's go see what they've done with the place. Maybe they've put a water slide in on Blood Lake.
Anomaly detected.
Anomaly detected. Wait a second. I already scanned that place 100%. Out here in the Scourge?
Deploying probe. Anomaly found.
And an Angaran satellite nav point. Why are we flying through the asteroid field? We could have gone up or down around it. And back into the Scourge. I'm sure Gil will be happy about that.
According to that astronomer on Aya, a satellite should be here.
I'm not detecting anything. If it was here, it's gone.
Yeah.
You mean destroyed?
I mean, gone. Destruction would leave debris. We've got nothing. Let's try another nav point.
Weird. There is neither evidence of a satellite nor debris from one. Alright, well, I don't want to do a whole bunch of planet scanning now, but I might have to do that eventually. Let's see, the second satellite is over here in Sabang. I have not explored this place out yet, at all.
You're sure that astronomer's nav points are correct?
Nothing.
He seemed to think so.
There's nothing out here.
The Scourge didn't swallow a satellite whole. You can't do that, right?
I'll let you know. Let's check other nav points.
More research data, but no satellite. Very strange. I honestly would not mind scanning these planets, but it takes so long to get from one to the other that I just don't care. I'm not going to be bothered with that. A couple of planets, and
I'm picking up something.
The anomaly here.
Probes launched. I found something.
Oh, you actually found something.
Let me guess. No Angaran satellite?
No, but I've got something else. Message buoy from an Angaran ship. They came here looking and didn't find anything either. Left a marker for us.
Must be the team our astronomer sent.
They headed to a new nav point. We should join the party.
Alright. Found something at least. Let's travel to the Angaran vessel's nav point. Figure out what's going on with these missing satellites. I see it. I see it.
Probes launched. I found something.
Starship wreckage. Well, that's not good. Yeah, we'll just fly right into the Scourge. Nothing wrong with this. Is that an escape pod?
Stand by. I'm cutting through heavy interference from the Scourge.
We are pretty close for comfort.
Something's drifting just inside. Angaran ship. In pieces. No life signs.
Who did this? Ket?
I found the ship's log. Scanning and downloading. Scavengers. The Angara caught them stealing satellites. The Scavs fought back, and the Angara collided with the Scourge.
Can we find the scavengers?
I have their ship's transponder ID. It's registered out of Kadara Port.
Of course. Of course it is. Okay. Yet one more reason to go to Kadara Port. For now, we're just going to head to Eos. Stop by Eos and see if there's anything going on. Talk to Darket Tiervin? Ah, yes, that is the Turian I think we woke up a long, long time ago at somebody's request. And Blood Lake is here. Let's just dip our toes in a little bit. Just go for a little swim in Blood Lake. Ah, good old EOS, running at a solid 20 frames per second. How I've missed you. Dinesh Patel, who are you?
Hey, Pathfinder. Figured you might know how the militia's doing. Do they need people? I was in the Alliance reserves. With everything going on, I feel like I should go back to the Nexus and help.
The Nexus is fine right now. You're needed here.
Every colonist is doing important work right now. Help on Eos.
Okay. Thanks anyway. Good luck out there.
I already made this place a scientific haven. It definitely needs more people defending it, so you just go ahead and stay here. Here is the female Turian I just woke out of cryo.
Pathfinder, Darket Tervian. I understand I was pulled from cryo ahead of schedule. My family is grateful, but I consider it my debt.
Everyone gets out eventually.
That may be, but the least I can do is show you the benefit. I'm exo-studies now, but in a former life, let's say I knew tactics. If I supplied the Ket on this planet, I drifted in, and there's only so many gravitational paths. Here's some navs to check for anomalies. Good hunting, Pathfinder.
Find Ket caches in the Pythias system. Alright, a little more busy work I could do if I felt like it. Is there anything I can do on this planet right now? Don't see any marks. No, this might have been a waste of time. Although there is an exclamation mark over here, so let's go ahead and check that out. You know, while we're down here already. What is this thing that is marked here? Ooh, Field Comm Terminal. I have found a Field Comm Terminal. Work detail. Outpost survey beacons. And it looks like they were attacked by Ket.
Recording nav points for survey beacon placement. A trivial task.
Yeah.
Wasn't trivial to this technician. Lotus Protocol. The job doesn't go unfinished.
Look, if it's marked in my journal as task, it means it's trivial and we don't need to do it. So, we're getting off this planet. Yes, I've got priority ops here in the missions. The current priority task is go to Kadara Port. I've also got some other missions on hold, and meet with Realis on Vold, search for memory triggers, locate the planet mentioned in the security footage. A lot of different missions I can do, and a lot more missions in the Helios chapter here as well. Then there's the additional tasks, and there are so many boring additional tasks. Collect plant samples, find manifestos, medical supplies. It's just busy work, so if it says task, we're just not doing it. However, I do see a green marker here on my map, so let's figure out what this is. Head directly east. I'm going to bet it's that guy who I told to fight the Ket, and then he went and actually attacked the Ket stronghold, and said he was going to go fight remnants instead. Let's go see what trouble he's gotten himself into. Ket dropship, hold on. More Chosen.
The Scourge site is nearby, Pathfinder. Remnant activity may be unstable.
Right, remnant activity, kind of like I assumed. And one more assembler in the area. Down. Now, yep, sure enough, Tech Messier. Hello, Tech Messier. Went to go attack the remnants, didn't you?
Easy, Danny. You're safe. Again.
Remnants are horrible. I don't know how anyone gets anything done here. I'm not giving up on this planet, Pathfinder, but I'm doing something safe. Fauna. That's it. This time, I'm set for sure.
I can't wait to see what kind of giant plant you find that tries to swallow you whole. I think we're done over here. We saved Danny yet again, and I can't wait to see what trouble he gets himself into. Well, I'm not sure what else we can do here on Prodromos. We'll try and talk to the mayor, see if he's got any new information for us, and maybe a few more people, but I think we're done here. There wasn't actually a whole lot of stuff that was new here. Hey, Danny Messier made it back to the Prodromos.
Great day to be alive, Pathfinder. To have purpose.
Scanning plants. Alright, don't get yourself in any more trouble, Danny. See you around. Chief Grace Leto!
Pathfinder? Chief Engineer Grace Leto, E97 Durango.
I got you out of cryo.
I understand you made a special trip to bring me back out of cryo. Thank you for the second chance.
Why did you go back in? I think I already know the story. It was very depressing and you didn't want to be here, right?
Engineer Leto, I found a lot of troubling information about the first 2 outposts.
I don't expect it looks good from a distance. Everything in the rulebook was based on the planet cooperating, and it just wouldn't. Day 1 we knew, so I put us on damage control. We couldn't last, but we could last a little longer. And we could hope.
Hope for what?
You, I suppose. I have a question, Pathfinder. Why did you bring me back out?
Well, Chief Grace Leto, there was a task in my journal that said, Free Grace Leto, so I decided to tick that checkbox. I mean, you deserve it.
You had an impossible task. If anyone deserves it, you do.
I can think of 4 others who deserve it too, but I'll do my best. Padromos is a good start. Finally.
Yes, I agree. And if you have well, I think maybe your word might have a little more sway around here, so if you and I combine forces, we can probably get this place's name changed. And then Site 3 will be born. Well, I don't know where the mayor is, but I'm done here. We've not got a whole lot done. This is kind of a pointless trip. But hey, we saved Danny's life again, so I guess it was good for something. Callow just informed me that Liam is looking for me, so let's go talk to Liam. Maybe he's ready for movie night.
Liam? You're working pretty hard.
All the time. Started young. Smart little kid. Got angry a lot. Side effect of giving a shit.
So, you just called me in to watch you do push-ups, huh?
Liam, what's going on?
We found that facility on Vold. Kicked them in the teeth. Great. But the Ket's still what people are. Everyone should have a stake in that. So I reached out, trying to get resources moving in a real way, bridge that gap like I did with Jar. I can't get permission coming or going. The Nexus, Aya, everyone is all can't take risks with outsiders. I didn't come here so everyone could be goddamn outsiders.
I can see you're feeling very emotional about this, but I suppose... Well, I don't know why they're giving you the runaround.
Are you sure it wasn't how you phrased the question? Your talk with Jal was indelicate.
They said as much back on the Force. Another thing I left behind. I wanted this. Everything new. But eventually, it has to be normal. I need something familiar. Can I show you something? Did you bring anything from the Milky Way?
Got a rock.
1 or 2 things, but the weight limits were real strict.
I know. That's why I made arrangements. It's a proper petrol burner. 20th century. British. From when that mattered. My whole family worked on it together, weekends. Like those are a thing in space.
Right.
Know what we did? Friends and Hustle set us up good. They borrowed us a transport right before I went into cryo. And me and my father and mother loaded our car into it and pointed it at Andromeda.
Okay.
I doubt a transport would have a post-light drive. It won't be here for... what?
2.3 million years at standard light speed. The important thing is, it's coming. And always will be. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Seems really silly.
We do what we do. It doesn't always have to make sense.
I'll probably screw it up, Pathfinder.
Join the club. The screw-up started 600 years ago.
Truth. This will be home. It has to be. I won't let being outsiders stop that.
Okay, I guess that's all he wanted to talk about, but I'm not really into cars or shirtless men, so good talking with you, Liam.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your friend?
An exalted cat. I called Jarl to show him. Oh, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
Well, I honestly don't think there is a way to fix them, although I did hear briefly from somebody else that they had some kind of ghoulish nightmare dream about being Angaran again, so I have no idea. Honestly, Jal, I think you should just give up on these guys. I know you want to save everyone, but you can't save everyone.
We need to be prepared that there might not be.
Jarl, remember what we talked about?
That we should examine the problem objectively? Excuse me.
Grief is never easy. But Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent.
Well, between you and me, I'm not sure about that.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Cat are capable of.
The Exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
I suppose you're a doctor, so you would know more about this than anyone else, but I guess you're not. Man, this might be beyond your scope. I mean, these are completely new beings, so maybe you don't know what you're doing. No offense. I'm just saying, you're not stupid, you just might be ignorant, and it's not your fault.
I know this job was a surprise, but you've really stepped up. And look, you got your Ket sample.
Their bodies are unlike anything I've seen. Centuries of gene stealing, crafted evolution. It's horrible, of course, but also fascinating.
Glad you're settling in.
Sink or swim, right? I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
Yeah, probably. Alright, just go ahead and dissect it, whatever you need to do. Just try and get as much information as you can. Poor Jal. Yeah, it's gotta be tough.
My reports from Ephra regarding Aksul are worrying. I don't understand how the Rokha manages to recruit so many.
I was somewhat hoping we'd be able to start getting that sorted out, but I guess it's gonna have to be on hold for a while as well.
Do you have a mate? A partner?
I don't. Not for a long time.
If you want to talk about it, I will be happy to listen to whatever stories you have to tell.
Not for a long time.
I fell in love with a girl once. Aliyah. We were young. I was young. It was my first vassal on Aya. We worked on the same farm. She was a little older. A researcher. I can still hear her laugh and see her eyes. She kissed me and I was hers. Thrilled and seduced.
But it didn't work out?
My older brother came to Aya. He was already famous in the Resistance.
That seems like you're changing the subject.
Where's Aliyah now? Did she and your brother work out?
They came back to Haval, and she joined our family. She became one of the mothers.
You have to see her every day?
No. They were taken by the Ket. Their children survived.
So, you fell in love with a girl, and that girl ran off with your brother, and then they both died. Yeah.
Well, enough about that.
Yeah.
I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
A little more personal than I was hoping to get into. Really just want to know more about, how relationships with your people go, but for you personally, it doesn't sound like it's been great.
I'm going to do it. I've run all the tests. It's non-toxic. If we're going to live here, someone has to take the plunge and actually try to eat things.
Dr. Tapero, please do something.
Don't do it, Suvi.
You told on me. I thought we were friends. You, sir, are uninvited from all my parties.
Looking more strange things, are we, Suvi? Search Kadara for an ancient Angaran relic. Travel to Kadara Port. Search for memory triggers that will unlock Sam's array on Kadara. Keep an eye out for Ark Natanis survivors or debris, perhaps on Kadara. And go to Kadara Port in the Gavorkum system. I think that is plenty of arrows pointing us towards Kadara. So, next time, we will make our way to the fourth planet, Kadara, and do a bunch of quests there and see what kind of world that is. Is it a desert world like Eos? Is it a garden world? Or is it a frozen, barren wasteland world like Vold? I don't know. Maybe it'll be something new. Maybe a volcanic world. Maybe it'll be a nice, pleasant garden world. That's a possibility, too. Although I'm going to guess, seeing as that it's a slaver territory, it's going to be kind of dark and shady. Probably a lot of, if not foliage, then maybe a lot of wreckage. But I guess we'll find out next time. Until then, my name is Mike, and this has been Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you for joining me.